Hi everybody, this is Joel Wood, your lobbyist here at the Council. Remember last week when I suggested that I still held out hope that the Super Committee would come up with a really big number, the kind of number of deficit reduction that would restore some faith in the political process and rejuvenate the markets? Well, never mind. Looks like the Super Committee is a super failure. And the failure of the Super Committee honestly has a carryover effect, I think, in all aspects of a dysfunctional Congress, all the way down to the specific pieces of legislation that we've been working on, particularly on issues regarding health reform, where there's been such a partisan cast ever since the creation of the Affordable Care Act. This Monday, Secretary Sebelius of HHS held a news conference finger pointing at health carriers for perceived unjustified rate increases. A lot of finger pointing going on, a lot of acrimony as well that we're seeing in the press and on Capitol Hill about the Supreme Court's decision to take up the Affordable Care Act. And I see this as inhibiting our ability to continue to move forward on things like the minimum medical loss ratio legislation that has to do with carving agents and brokers out from the MLR calculation in the Affordable Care Act. On the regulatory front, fortunately, our issues aren't as partisan. In the House Financial Services Committee this past week, we had a great opportunity, a great witness, Stephen Moore, who heads compliance at Marsh, testifying on our behalf about the surplus lines implementation, the very poor response that we've seen from the states thus far. Also, on the regulatory front, I will say that I have been picking up a lot, as well as all of my insurance lobbying colleagues in Washington, a lot of tension between the Federal Insurance Office and the National Association of Insurance Commissioners. The new Federal Insurance Office Director, Mike McRae, fantastic appointment by the Obama administration. It's only been there for a few months, hasn't really taken any actual actions yet, and the legislation that created his office is very tightly prescribed, and he has very, very limited preemptive authority. However, he does occupy the bully pulpit on matters of insurance regulation, and we've been seeing a very, very defensive posture by the NAIC about their turf, their fear that their turf is going to be invaded there. And I find it very noteworthy that when Director McRae himself testified before the Financial Services Committee a couple of weeks ago, he talked about deference to state regulators, but he did not talk about deference to the NAIC. And I don't even believe he really uttered those four letters, the NAIC. So this is a little bit of intrigue that I think is going to be worth following. I wish all of you a great, happy Thanksgiving, the most delicious of all holidays, and thanks again for all your support.